Hey, everybody. Welcome to our championship edition of Breakfast with Bob from Hotel West End in beautiful Nice. My name is Bob Babbitt. We are brought to you by Master Spas, SFuels Go Longer, HOKA Let's Fly, deboer wetsuits, Form Smart Swim Goggles, Zoot Sports Original Triathlon brand, Quintana, Premium Plus Sports, and of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, the best runner in the sport, the two-time Ironman World Champion. He broke the Ironman run course record yesterday with a 2:30.241. The great Patrick Lange joins us. Patrick, congratulations on a silver medal.
Bonjour, yeah,
Bonjour.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did the race go the way you thought it would?
Yeah, absolutely. Like looking back on a great race, great day here in Nice. I had not the best swims ever, but I think within a minute, 2 liters was okay.
Yes.
And then started out on the bike. So had like in the back of my mind, I thought like this is gonna be like a really make or break bike, more or less. You know, so I expected to. The groups to split up, and I was focusing on my own race, tried to execute the best that I could, and I did, and saved some energy for the run in the descent, and then hit the run course. Actually, in the best ever position in a World Championship race.
Right.
So
what were you off the bike? Like 8th or something?
7, 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're already in the top 10, which
exactly.
is very rare for you off the bike.
That was new for me, and that kept me motivated, really in the game. And when I started the run, I felt straight away that it's gonna be a long, not a long, but a really hard work to do. The heat was.
Did it feel Kona-like? Because it seemed
yeah,
really hot.
It felt absolutely, yeah. So in Kona, when you start running, sometimes you have the cloud cover.
Yes.
And it makes it a little bit less like intense in terms of like the sun burning on your skin.
Right.
And we had this today, so we're always like shadow hunting, like everywhere you could, like at the airport.
A little fence here.
Yeah.
Get
It's
in there,
always in the shadow. So. And no, absolutely happy with my run. I think I did the best I could. We had a great support out there. It was amazing to see so many spectators, fans cheering. Actually, the whole way.
Yes, there's crowds everywhere, right?
Up and down the run course was just amazing. Yeah.
It's funny because I was out there at night last night. I'm going, this is way better than being out in the darkness at a lava field. You have crowds, lights. It's actually a wonderful course.
Yes. I have to admit that was probably best Ironman running experience in my life. So really, really great. And thanks to everyone for coming out. I know like a lot of people from all over the world came here to celebrate with us this World Championship, and it was just amazing.
And also, like you got here on Tuesday, you drove here. It's a little different than having to get to Kona 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks early.
Yeah, even earlier, like with the training camps in the heat. Like you're abroad for 6-7 weeks in total, almost. So
that's right, because you would go to Texas to train and then go.
Yeah. You have to do it because it's so late in Europe. You can't like properly train in Austria, Germany.
Right.
At this time of the year, so you have to get the heat prep in somehow. No, it was really easy to travel here, and it was
a great
good
experience. Sam was saying, we were just chatting with Sam Laidlow, and he was just saying that it was important for him to make sure that Patrick had a little bit of a gap at the end of the swim. And so early on, he's going, nobody's pushing the swim here. I got to push the swim because I don't want Patrick with us out of the water. And so that was a conscious effort on his part, because he knew if he had a little bit of a gap, that would be helpful.
Yeah, it always is, right? Actually, really, I expected to be in the front group in the swim.
Yes.
We did a lot of hard work for that, and obviously back in the days, we saw like the second group is on 3-4 minutes down, and now the second pack is like 50 seconds or something.
Yes.
Which is also an interesting development to watch, I think. So in the second lap, I also took the lead in the front pack because I myself didn't want to grow the gap too much. So I was pushing hard, coming back home to transition, and tried everything to minimize the gap. And yeah.
So you can ride the course as much as you'd like beforehand, but it's different on race day. How did it play out on the bike for you? Because we chatted beforehand, and you felt, the Kona course, people 400 watts, they put their head down and they go. This course, because I'm lighter, I'm a great climber, I think this is actually a better bike course for me than the Kona course. Did it play out that way for you?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
It did, especially towards the end. I always had the feeling that in the beginning, everyone is like pushing massive watts, and I'm not a big watts guy. I'm more like the endurance athlete who keeps improving over the day actually. So I was aware that the last climb. So when you're climbing up, then you have the plateau, you're going down,
right.
And some athletes might think, okay, now it's a down and that's over, but no, there's another 800 meter climb coming up for 15, 20 minutes.
Yes.
And I always in the back of my mind, I thought about this climb to, attack and try to make a move, and I did. So it was really good to know the course and to execute this race strategy.
Right.
And for the women, the pro tip is come here, see the course. It makes a difference, of course, to if you're racing a course rather than having the cars on the road. And so I also know from Remy Comte, for example, that he got here to race in summer, just to experience. So he is from Nice, a pro, racing yesterday as well, and he came here in summer to practice the course without cars.
Right.
He didn't run the marathon, so he just said, okay, there's no chance you have ever a better experience on the bike course. And yeah.
And it was interesting. We had Sebastian Kienle came on right after riding the course on Friday. He rode the course and came in here, and he is like, it took him, he said, I was out there 6 hours, I came back, I drank everything in my mini bar. He said it really beat him. He says all of the road furniture, he says all the speed bumps and the sewers, and there's so much, you can never relax.
No.
You have to be on it, where in Kona you sort of need to zone out, where here you can't do that for a second.
No. Definitely not. Don't zoom out, because it's dangerous.
It's very,
So but I think I talked yesterday to Andrew, and he said there's no serious crashes happened. So I'm happy for that.
Yeah, me too.
To hear that everything went smooth on that side, because obviously, hosting a race here with a downer like that, and with so many
older age groupers.
Athletes in the race, like you're more used to the straight roads than us Europeans, I guess.
Yes.
It's great to hear that this played out.
When you get off the bike and you're 12 minutes down the lead, you're in 8th place already, so it's, okay, I got to get to the podium. What is your mindset as you're running along? Are you thinking, okay, there is 7th, there is 6th, how far am I back from the podium? You play it one person at a time, or are you thinking, can I make up 12 minutes?
Especially in situations like that, I think it's a team effort. It's also, I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank my team, because I had great support from them outside on the course. Like my dad was here with a friend on the motorcycles, and they took my coach on the bike course.
Oh,
and
very cool.
And, I probably had the best support team out there ever. It was so great, and these guys kept me motivated. My wife had a little whiteboard with the gaps written down, and they kept me in the game, reminded me to cool down, drink, etc. So I was focused on them,
yes.
And then of course focused on catching Each athlete at a time. You know, I was taking out with Gregor Baneby, who I knew from Israel.
Yes, from Israel, right? You had a battle with him there.
Big
he
battle.
was sitting on your feet for like forever.
Like 27 Ks or so.
When's he going to go away?
So, they took off really quick. And I thought, coming into the race, I really thought, like, I might take it a little bit easier because this bike course takes so much out of you.
Yes.
So I didn't wanted to go out with, like, I can say typical 330 per kilometer.
Right.
The 230.
230 pace. Yes.
Pace. And I think it was a good decision because I settled in the first lap. Had some time to, slowly work my way into the race, and second, third, and fourth lap was great to catch these guys, and that really kept me on fire.
Well, and you want to get the third, right? You want to be on the podium.
Yeah.
So, and then once you get on the podium, you're like, well, I'm on the podium.
Yeah, once you want to get into top 5, and you say, okay, I don't know, how far is the podium?
Yes.
And but to be fair, like, I never thought that I will catch Sam. So that winning, also when I overtook Magnus, I said to my team, I don't want to have splits to Sam anymore because this is just 4 minutes on 6K or something.
It's not going to happen.
It's not realistic. So we switched to the gaps behind me, which we don't do normally.
In case someone was going to run you down?
No, just to see, because I was struggling on the last half of the lap. I was fighting.
Yes.
I was my times were also fading a little bit, so like 5 to 10 seconds slower per kilometer than the normal rhythm. So it was just when you see your times fade, when I see my times fading, I think, like, how can I, like, I'm so slow now. Well, what did I do?
So slow now.
No, it feels slow, to be honest.
Yes.
Like, it feels so.
For you,
when
absolutely.
When I see the videos, I think, it's
I
not
look pretty
looking
good.
so slow.
So Sam last year I thought in Kona had the perfect race. He came off the bike, he had a big lead, he ran 2:44, and Gustav had to run 2:36 to get him. If Gustav runs 2:38, he wins the Ironman World title. There's no question what his strategy was going to be. I'm going to be a front pack of swim, and I'm going to ride away and hopefully run well enough to win. How impressive was that race for him yesterday?
After the performance of Kona, we could expect a performance like that.
Yes.
But if you look at his season, with all the struggles he had, I thought it's really impressive. So I'm happy for him. He deserved the win yesterday, absolutely, because he was simply the strongest athlete overall. And 3 weeks ago he had COVID, and then his calf niggles, all that was struggling in Roth. And that I thought maybe something like Roth will happen again if he overbiked. He clearly didn't.
Right.
So he deserved the win, and I'm happy for him. At such a young age to become Ironman World Champion is pretty amazing.
Well, and for you now, Sebastian retired. Yesterday was Jan's last race. You, between the three of you, you won every Ironman from 2014 to 2019, right?
Correct.
German domination.
Yes.
And now it's sort of we got this young guard coming in, and you're the last man standing from the German group, right? 38? Are you 30? 37. I won't give you an extra year. But 37, these guys are 23 and 24 years old.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But you have to feel great that, hey, I'm 30. That's what Sam said. The fact that Patrick is still running, getting faster.
Yeah.
He's getting faster as he's getting older. How are you getting faster as you're getting older?
That's one thing for me to see. Like I'm still able to develop in a really good way.
Yes.
I think I changed coaches at the end of 2019. I was working with Zoot to win 2 titles, and we had a great relationship. Still is a great friend of mine. And I think changing coaches to a more scientific approach made sense in this way, and we just saw a lot of potentials in the training and how to create a really good day-to-day training and also live routine, if you want.
Yes.
And I don't, I also think like I started really late into the Ironman, so I think I did my first Ironman when I was 29 or
29, 30
maybe.
yeah.
So I think that's also a big factor. I think you have a certain amount of Ironmans in your body.
I agree.
And so I still have a lot of them, I hope.
Well, when you see a lot of these guys.
And you know what? The carbon shoes also make a difference, to be honest.
The carbon shoes.
The carbon shoes, it helps in the recovery so much. So when I think back, when we were running without a carbon shoe and this super fluffy foam,
yes,
the recovery took much longer.
Interesting.
So when I think back of my 239 in Kona,
yes,
I was not able to walk properly for 5 days, and compare that to
like today.
Today,
you're fine.
I'm fine, more or less.
Yes.
And that's I think also like a development. So you have to keep an eye on.
At the age of 37, do you still love this as much as you did when you first got into the long distance?
What do you think?
I think yes. I think
absolutely.
I think that you have a fire to go to Kona next October and win your third title.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. No, I'm probably enjoying it as much as never before.
Ah, that's cool.
So I had a great week leading into the race. Normally, but back in the days, I was really, really nervous, almost anxious going into the races, and that led to also mental struggles.
Yes.
I sometimes I said, I don't want to do this because it's so much stress.
Right.
And going into the race yesterday, I was really relaxed and happy. I had a good time with my team, and the excitement came when I checked in, which is great. Obviously, need that.
Yes.
But no, it's just developed in a great way, and it feels like I have a lot more to give.
Well, and it's. I think you get to a certain point as you're mature in the sport that you realize it's a privilege to
Absolutely.
be able to do what you do for a living and not have to sit in a cubicle and do that other stuff. So the races are sort of time to smile, and it's a catered workout. People are going to hand you food throughout the day, and you get to. People are going to be cheering for you. It's an opportunity to have something because you don't have that many of these.
No.
As a professional, you've only got, like you said, a certain number that you're going to have, and you want to savor every one of them.
Yeah, embrace them. Absolutely, I agree.
Love it. Patrick, thank you so much for always being so generous with your time. Congratulations on a phenomenal race. You just took 4 minutes off the run course record after a brutal bike ride. That's the part that the people need to understand. This is the toughest bike ride in the history of Ironman World Championship, and you came off and ran a 2:32 marathon, and you had a phenomenal day. And Sam had a day, and all you can do is tip your hat and say, "Hey, great job."
Absolutely, I do, I'm happy for him, as I said, and also really happy for my performance and enjoying some beers now.
As well deserved. Patrick Lange has been our guest, silver medal, Ironman World Championship. Thanks, everybody. That is a wrap for our championship edition, and thank you. I think we did 43 interviews or so this week. Thank you for tuning in and watching all of them with amazing athletes like Patrick Lange. We'll catch you in Kona in just a few weeks. See ya.